So next we get into phosphate. The normal range is going to be 2.8 to 4.5 milligrams per deciliter. It is in the bones and it circulates through the intracellular fluid and extracellular fluid. It is an energy source for, especially for ATP. I cannot pronounce it. It's adrenotriphosphate, something along those lines. I can't pronounce it. So I just shorten it to ATP. It removes hydrogen ions through the kidneys. It is required for bone and tooth mineralization. And then also, I talked about it with calcium, but calcium and phosphate absolutely hate each other. So, like I said, what calcium does, phosphate does the other. If phosphate does one thing, calcium does something different. So, causes for hypophos, it's a word I can't pronounce, so I just call it hypophos. Think of the word phosphate in general. So you're going to have, I put pharmacy, so like the antacids, those are going to have an issue, so they have the malabsorption. Hyperparathyroidism, so that was seen with calcium, and it was seen with the hyper. Oncogenic osteomalacia, syndrome of refeeding, pulmonary issues, so like respiratory alkalosis, hyperglycemia, so that you also have like the polyuria, which is the abnormally large amounts of urine, alcoholism, thermal burns, and electrolyte issues, like I said. So if I have a high calcium, I'm going to have a low phosphate. If I have a low mag, I'm going to have a low phos as well. And if I have low potassium, I will also have a low phosphate. So signs of hypophos is, think of the word broken. So you're gonna have breathing problems due to muscle weakness, rhabdomyolysis, and also a decrease in reflexes, osteomalacia. So I said that it was also up here. It's gonna kill your immune system as well. It gives you extreme weakness and a decrease in platelets. So if you have a decrease in your immune system, you're going to have decreased the platelets as well, and it all kind of ties in. So you're going to have neuro changes as well as confusion and seizures. So that is the hypophos. I will erase this and put in hyper. Now we get into the causes of hyperphos. So for that, think phos high, not like HIGH, but HI. You're gonna have phospho-soda overuse, which are laxatives. So having the overuse of those laxatives will also cause your phosphorus to go high. Hypoparathyroidism. So remember, calcium and phosphate hate each other. So hypoparathyroidism happens with hypercalcemia, an overuse of vitamin D, that also has to do with calcium, syndrome of tumor lysis, and then it's kind of like a weird, but rhabdomyolysis, which is a rapid necrosis of muscles, insufficiency of kidneys, so ESRF, which is there's no phos excreted, which ESRF is end-stage renal failure. So with that, we can now talk about the signs of hyperphos. Think cramps. Remember, it does the opposite of calcium, so it's the same as hypocalcemia. So that is your confusion, your increase in your reflexes, your arrhythmias, muscle spasms, the positive Trousseau's, I think that's how you say it, and the sign of the Chavestek, I can't, which that is when like you touch the face and it has those twitching, and then the Trousseau's is the blood pressure with the arm going as well. So in a way, it'd be better to learn like phos and calcium together, because you know whatever the phosphate is doing, calcium is doing the opposite. They are best friend. They used to be long life best friends, and then decided they did not like each other anymore. So now they just do the total opposite. So that is the hyperphos, and altogether that would be about phosphate. Thank you.